Good evening, fans, and welcome to Friday Night Basketball here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, aka Epic Dave, and I am coming to you live tonight from the Dave Cave with a matchup between the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Not sure what happened to the stream, but we kicked over to the intro screen for a bit. Let's put it back onto the game as we head to the second quarter. Here we go. All right, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. It's fun to have a good group of guys in the chat room as we head to the second quarter of play with the Hawks and the 76ers locked up in a close one with a lot of bragging rights and possibly a relegation spot on the line. Starting the second quarter, Philadelphia controls the jump. Bailey Howell remains in the game. He has moved over to the small forward. He's got a nice mismatch against Lou Hudson. Can he convert on that mismatch? He's got a good look inside, but the shot rolls off the rim, and the rebound goes to Jerry Chambers for Atlanta. Hawks looking to expand on their 4-point lead. Hudson working outside against Howell. He's going to put it on the floor. He tiptoes down the lane. He's cut off by Jim Washington. He stops and pops in the lane, and he gets it to go. There was some contact with Washington in the lane, but no call. Basket is good for Hudson for his 8th point of the night, and the Hawks now lead by 6. Philadelphia coming back. They're still going to work that low post matchup with Howell. Again, he can't connect. And the rebound this time goes to Jim Washington. Washington on the putback. He pump fakes. His short jump shot is up and good. First basket of the game for Jim Washington. And the 76ers are back to within 4. Atlanta comes back to Jerry Chambers. Chambers on the drive, working against Crawford. His layup is good. And that's his first basket of the game. So we've got a number of players from the second unit in here, and they are getting it done on both ends of the floor. Wally Jones runs the point for Philadelphia. He calls his own number on the jump shot from the top of the key. He can't get that to fall, but Jim Washington comes off with the rebound, and his finger roll is good. 4-point game once again as Atlanta brings the ball back on offense, moving from right to left on your computer screen. They look inside to Bellamy, but we've got a whistle and a stoppage of play as Jerry Chambers appears to be injured. Went out holding that left elbow. Trainers are checking on him, and he should make it back soon as Pistol Pete Maravich returns to the contest to replace Chambers while Chambers gets evaluated on the bench. Hawks keep possession. It will be Jim Davis to inbound, and he looks to Hazard out top. Hazard from the perimeter takes a jump shot and connects. 6-point lead once again for Atlanta. 10:43 second quarter. Philadelphia is going to look inside to Jim Washington. His turnaround jump shot is up and good. Washington scores it, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the play on Hudson. Let's see how Washington can do from the free throw line. Can he convert the 3-point play? Yes, he does. And it's now a 3-point game. Hawks basketball. They're going to look inside to Walt Bellamy. They can't find Bellamy. They get it to Hudson instead. Hudson drives the baseline, and his short jump shot is going to be swatted away by Jackson. Rebound Jim Washington. Here come the 76ers. They've got Howell down low. His short jump shot is up and good. And that's 4 points for Bailey Howell. And just like that, it is a 1-point game. Hawks working it again on the offensive end. They get it to Maravich. Maravich down to Bellamy. Bellamy's short jump shot is good. Give the assist to Walt Hazard on that one, and that is Hazard's 3rd assist of the game. 76ers trailing by 3, trying to keep it close as the second unit's in. Wally Jones is going to go to work on Maravich. He crosses him over. He drives to the basket. Oh, and Maravich got it away from him. Jones got a little too cutesy with the moves, and Pistol Pete stole the basketball. Maravich back on offense. Outside from the wing, his jump shot is good. Maravich is the first player in double digits tonight after the steal and converting the jump shot in transition. And the Hawks now lead by 5, 41-36. 9:24 to play, second quarter. Jones not to be denied. Looks down inside to Howell, but Howell is called for the illegal screen as Jones tried to step around him. Howell bodied up on Maravich, and the referees didn't like that. 41-36, Atlanta with the lead and the basketball. Once again, they look to Maravich. From the perimeter, jump shot is no good. But we've got another whistle, and this time the foul is called on Washington. Trying to get out there to help on the defense, but got a little too aggressive with Maravich, and Maravich will go to the line for 2. First shot by Maravich is no good. Second shot for Maravich is good. And the Hawks have equaled their largest lead of the game as they take a 6-point advantage, 42-36. 76ers looking inside. They kick it back out to Jones. Jones gives a ball fake and drives the lane, and he is fouled by Maravich. That foul's called on the floor, so it'll just be a one-shot opportunity for Wally Jones. Jones shoots the free throw, and it's good. First point of the game for Wally Jones. 42-37 now. Hawks with the lead and the basketball. They're going to look down to Bellamy in the lane. Whistle away from the ball, and they're going to get Cunningham for the hold against Lou Hudson. Actually, no, that's against Bellamy, and it will be Bellamy with a one-shot opportunity for the Hawks. 2 fouls on each team here in the second period. Bellamy steps to the line and converts the free throw, and the Hawks once again lead by 6. Philadelphia works the ball around the perimeter. They've got Crawford working against Maravich. Crawford takes it down the baseline. Bellamy cuts him off. Crawford's short jump shot is up and good and no good. Autry with the rebound, but we've got a loose ball foul on the play, and that's going to go against Bellamy, and that is his third. 3 fouls on Bellamy, and once again he has to go to the bench with 8:20 to play, third quarter. Side out for the 76ers. Check that. We're going to have a free throw on the play. And Washington connects on the free throw. 8 points now for Jim Washington. He leads Philadelphia as the Hawks continue to lead by 5. Pete Maravich once again attacking. Takes the pass from Herb White. Maravich with the jump shot. It's good. That's 13 for Maravich. Give the assist to White on the play, as Herb White is now running the offense for the Hawks. Hawks now lead by 7. Philadelphia looking for something to happen on the offense. Freddie Crawford's going to take it to the hole. He's cut off by Christian in the lane. Crawford's short jump shot is no good. But Crawford is knocked to the floor on the play, no call. Jim Washington comes out with the rebound. Can Washington convert the putback? His inside jumper is off the rim, no good. And it is Autry with the offensive board. Autry with the putback attempt from 10 feet off the rim, no good. And finally, Christian comes away with the rebound for the 76ers. Lots of opportunities for Philadelphia to score on that position, and they could not get it done. Maravich now working again for Atlanta on the perimeter, and this time he walked with it. Hey, Rob is in the chat room. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to Friday Night Basketball. Thrice-Aroni, welcome. Good to see the gang here in the chat room tonight. 76ers with the basketball, now trailing by 7. They get it to Cunningham on the perimeter. Gets the ball from Greer. Cunningham drives. Short jump shot from the lane is no good. Nice help defense by Christian. And it is Davis on the rebound. 76ers back on defense on transition, and the Hawks will slow things down. John Vallely now in the game for Atlanta. He gets the ball on the outside. Autry cuts him off on his drive to the lane. So Vallely stops and pops and is blocked away by Autry. Bridges on the rebound for the Hawks. Bridges put-back attempt. The short rainbow shot is around the rim and falls off. But he is fouled on the play by Billy Cunningham. Bridges to the line, 64% free throw shooter in the regular season. His first shot is no good, as both teams continue to struggle from the charity stripe. Archie Clark back into the game for Philadelphia. Bridges lines up the second free throw. Again, he misses. Off the side of the rim. Davis keeps the ball alive for Atlanta. Davis with a short jump shot from the lane. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled away by Jim Washington. Washington with a quick outlet to Archie Clark, and the 76ers have the numbers. 4-on-1. Clark will take it himself and delivers the layup home. 76ers would like to see more easy baskets like that. Nothing's come easy for the Sixers here tonight, as they've managed only a 43% night from the field. Atlanta looking inside to Davis. Knocked away by Greer out of bounds. Atlanta will keep possession. The inbounds is deflected away by Bridges, but it will stay with Atlanta once again. Hawks setting it up with just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Bridges to inbound for Atlanta. He gets it to Vallely. Vallely guarded closely by Greer on the perimeter. Dumps it down in low to Christian. Christian against Autry. He can't get anything done. He's got to call timeout. Hawks will set the offense up once again, now with only 8 seconds to shoot. Bridges struggles to get it in. Finally gets it to Vallely on the perimeter. Vallely's forced to take the shot against Greer. Rises up from 15. Shot rolls around and out. Rebound Washington. Philadelphia sets it up. They're going to look to Hal Greer. Greer got off to a very quick start, but has been quiet since scoring those 7 early points in the first quarter. And Greer cannot hit the jump shot this time. It's Cunningham coming away with the offensive rebound. Cunningham looks inside to Autry. Autry from the low block. And that pass is knocked out of bounds. Philadelphia will keep the basketball. Pete Maravich back into the game for Atlanta, leading all scorers with 13 points. Washington to inbound for the 76ers. He's going to look inside to Christian. Working against Autry. Pump fake and shot no good. Offensive rebound goes to Greer, and Greer's going to pull it back out. Greer from the perimeter working against Vallely. Passes it inside to Autry. Autry's layup won't go. And it is tipped around, and Washington comes away with it for the 76ers. And Washington's jump shot falls off the rim, no good. Cunningham rebounds. Cunningham is simply going to pass the ball back out to the perimeter and reset the action. So 76ers with multiple shots at a inside basket on that possession. They could not score, but they keep possession. And it's going to be Archie Clark now working on Maravich. And no, we've got a whistle, and a technical foul has been called on the play on Billy Cunningham. Not so good for Cunningham after so many offensive rebounds down there. Cunningham, in his frustration, has just informed the referee that fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. And the referee teed him up for that right away. Maravich to shoot the technical foul. And that shot is good. Hawks extend the lead back to 6. As the 76ers once again try to get something done on the offensive end. Their field goal percentage is down to 39%. Greer wants to do something about that. He fires up a jump shot from the perimeter, no good. Rebound by Washington. Washington's putback attempt finally gets it to go. Washington already having a stellar night, 10 points, 11 rebounds, already a double-double in the first half for Big Jim Washington on the power forward role for Philadelphia. It's a 4-point game as the Hawks set it up. They have Maravich on the perimeter working against Archie Clark. Maravich between the legs. Comes off a pick by Hudson. Finger roll is off the glass and good. Nice pick by Lou Hudson on that play. Got Maravich free for the easy layup. And once again, the Hawks lead by 6. Philadelphia is going to get it inside to Washington. Working hard in there. His one-hand runner is no good. The rebound will be snagged by Maravich. Outlet to Vallely. And the Hawks will run. Vallely and Hudson. And that pass is picked off by Washington. Washington is just stellar on both ends of the court. Washington gets it to Clark. Clark will run. Clark gets it from Autry, lays it up and good. Nice fast break there by the 76ers. That's 2 layups they've converted here in the second quarter as they try to keep it close. Hawks working the ball on the offensive end. They get it to Hudson, working outside against Cunningham. Hudson drives the baseline, lays it up, and good. Hudson now in double figures for the Hawks. Once again, the lead is 6. Clark at the top of the key against Maravich. Calls for the pick. Clark dribbling to his left, goes to the basket, whistle on the play, and Vallely is called for the push. Vallely tried too aggressively to force his way through that screen. And he drew the whistle. And Clark will shoot one for the 76ers. Archie shot is up and good. 5-point game, 4:20 to play before we go to the half. Chambers working outside against Cunningham. His jump shot is up, no good. The rebound comes off to Vallely and he passes it back out for another opportunity for Atlanta. Vallely with the basketball against Greer. Looks outside to Chambers on the baseline. Chambers puts up the baseline jumper. No good. And this time it's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham outlets to Clark. And the 76ers have a 2-on-1 opportunity. Clark to Washington. Washington lays it up. No good. And Walt Hazard gets back for the rebound in transition for Atlanta. Nice recovery by Hazard as the Hawks avoided disaster on that fast break. Hazard now working against Cunningham out on top. Can't get free for a shot. The defense switches up and Hazard's now covered by Clark. Hazard's going to take it into the lane, but he puts his shoulder down and he's called for the offensive foul. Unfortunate turn of events there for Hazard. And we're now under 3.5 to play in the first half, with the Hawks maintaining a 5-point lead. Archie Clark calls his own number. Shoots from the perimeter. Steps around. Good ball fake by Clark. But his shot is no good. Lucius Jackson on the offensive rebound. Jackson with the putback. Off the rim, no good. And this time it is Bridges coming out with the rebound for the Hawks. Cunningham gets back in transition on defense. And the Hawks were forced to pull it out. Hudson on the baseline, still working against Cunningham. Hudson drives to the hoop, lays it up and good. Hello, Tribe fan. Welcome back to the chat. Hawks now lead by by 7 with 3 minutes to play first half. Cunningham is open, but Hudson pushes him farther away from the basket, and he doesn't have a shot. Back to Archie Clark on top. Clark on the left wing, drives around Hazard, puts the shot up, no good. But Clark is knocked to the floor on the play, and the whistle goes against Bob Christian for the Hawks. Clark will go to the line. 2 shots for the 76ers. The first shot is up and good. Second shot for Clark is also good, and it is now a 5-point game. It's been between 4 and 8 points throughout the second quarter. The Hawks have maintained that lead, and they've been content to trade baskets. 76ers are going to need to make a push at some point to get back into this game in the second half. Once again, they go to Hudson from the outside. Gets into the lane, steps around Cunningham, puts up the short jump shot, and gets it to go. Hudson heating up for the Hawks. He's got 14 now, and the Hawks extend the lead once again to 7. Philadelphia looks down low to Lucius Jackson. His short jump shot is good. And the teams continue to trade baskets. Under 2.5 to play now in the first half. Hazard looks around, dumps it down to Bridges down low. Working against Bailey Howell. Bridges puts up the short jump shot, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Lucius Jackson. 76ers get the stop. And they're going to look to Archie Clark on the offensive end. His fall-away jump shot is good. Very nicely done by Clark and Cunningham, and with under 2 minutes to play, the 76ers have pulled to within 3. Hudson gets the ball from Hazard from the outside. The jump shot is no good. Well defended by Cunningham. Lucius Jackson with another rebound for the 76ers, and they now have a 3-on-1 transition opportunity. Cunningham takes the ball hard in against Maravich. His layup is no good. And Bridges comes away with the rebound for the Hawks. Gets it out to Maravich. Will the Hawks run? No, they're going to pull it back out. Maravich didn't like the numbers, and instead he drops it off to Hudson on the perimeter. Hudson working against Cunningham once again. He drives it into the basket. He looks for Davis on the bounce pass, and that's stolen away by Lucius Jackson. Still a 3-point game now with 1.5 minutes to play. Second quarter. Clark looks inside to Cunningham. Cunningham pump fakes over Hudson. Short jump shot no good. Cunningham gets his own rebound and passes it back out for a fresh 24. Cunningham once again posting up low against Hudson. Can he make something happen from the block? Turnaround jump shot by Cunningham, swish. That's the 7th point of the game for Cunningham, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Bridges. That is 3 on Bridges. And Cunningham will go to the line for 1 and possibly a bonus. Cunningham can tie the game if he connects on this free throw. And he gets it. 54-54, 1 minute to play, second quarter. Hazard directing traffic. Working against Clark. Hazard's going to put it on the floor. From the wing, he floats into the basket. And he drops that off to Hudson. Hudson with the easy layup, no good. Hudson blows the bunny. Rebound on the play to Cunningham. 3-on-2 opportunity in transition for the 76ers. Greer has the numbers. Greer takes it to the hole, no good. But he is fouled on the play by Jim Davis. Greer will go to the line. 76ers in the bonus, so this will be a 3 to make 2. Greer connects on the first. That is his first point of the second period, after he put up 7 in the very early minutes of period number 1. Greer's second shot is up. No good. Off the rim. And that rebound will be taken by the referee, as we have the bonus now, the 3 to make 2. Greer connects on the third. And the 76ers now take the 2-point lead. Nice little run here to close out the second quarter by Philadelphia, coming from 7, 8 points down to possibly taking the lead into the break. Hazard looks inside to Hudson. Hudson stifled by Cunningham. Manages a short turnaround jumper, and he gets it to go. Tough shot by Luke Hudson. It looked like Cunningham had good position there, but Hudson got the 2 to drop, and he now has 16 for the Hawks. Tie game, 30 seconds to play. 76er basketball. They've got Greer on the wing working against Hazard. Greer gives it back to Clark. Clark to Cunningham, back to Greer. Greer drives down the lane, and his lay-in is up and blocked away by Bellamy. Howell pulls away the rebound. 12 on the shot clock. Howell's going to put up the put-back attempt. He gets inside and lays it up and good. That's 6 points in the first half here for Howell. And the Hawks now have a 2-point deficit with 17 seconds to play in the half, and they're going to settle for the last shot. Hazard holding and dribbling. Finds Hudson on the baseline. The baseline jump shot by Hudson is no good at the buzzer. And that is the end of the first half. All right. We have reached halftime. Let's take a look at the box score. Atlanta continues to struggle from the field, shooting only 40% on the game. But the Hawks also have 21 offensive rebounds. So many putback attempts. They are just dominating the glass and dominating the field goal attempts. And by virtue of 22 field goals and 14 free throws, Philadelphia manages to actually lead this game in spite of shooting only 40% from the field. So Atlanta needs to do a better job protecting the defensive glass and keep doing what they're doing on the offensive end. Both teams struggling from the free throw line. Your leading scorers for Atlanta are the backcourt duo of Pete Maravich and Lou Hudson, each with 16 points. Philadelphia is led by Archie Clark with 12 to go with 4 assists. And Jim Washington, as we mentioned, has that first half double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. All right, back in the chat room. Rob, what's this about a motorcycle accident? Were you in a wreck? Traffic was fierce. Motorcycle accident, and the bike was split in half on the interstate. Looks bad. Oh, okay. I hope that wasn't you that was in the wreck, Rob, because we hope that you're well. And while we are visiting with the chat room, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you all will enjoy some family time this weekend with your loved ones. My mother unfortunately passed away peacefully in 2016 at the age of 89, and I have loving memories of her every day. And my wife has gone back to Ohio to spend the weekend with her mother. So this is kind of the Dave Cave weekend for me, as I look forward to my wife coming back on Sunday. So that's bad news for me, but potentially good news for the channel, because tomorrow, for the very first time, I am going to attempt to stream live from the tabletop. And I am going to try and do some Filsinger Legends of Wrestling from the tabletop tomorrow. I have the camera set up. I have the PC set up. I think I've got everything ready to go. I'll have some time tomorrow to test the cameras and test the microphones and everything. and hopefully bring you some Filsinger Games action from the Heartland Wrestling Association tomorrow. And quickly now, before we get back to action, let me preview tomorrow's wrestling card, if you don't mind. I know Rob loves the wrestling stuff. Utah Mike is a big wrestling fan. I don't know if anybody else in the chat is a wrestling fan. But tomorrow night we have the Heartland Ladies Championship on the line. The champion Angeles Lane from Texas takes on Britt Baker, the number one contender. Britt Baker is actually a real-life dentist who also wrestles. We've also got some NWA action tomorrow. With the number one contenders match, Ric Flair will take on Sting. And the winner of that match will get an NWA Heavyweight Championship shot against the current champion, Macho Man Randy Savage. Also in action tomorrow, some NWA tag teams as the dynamic duo of Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez move out against the original Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose. So that's what you have to look forward to tomorrow. But for tonight, we're here in the Philadelphia Spectrum, also the home of great wrestling over the years. But tonight it's all about basketball as the Hawks and 76ers are locked up in a very close and entertaining ball game. So let's head back to action. Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Al Red Sox fan, for the promo for the Macho Man Randy Savage. Okay, second half is underway, and Atlanta controls the tip, attempting to tie the basketball game. Once again, they're going to go to Hudson. Hudson was able to heat up at the end of the first half. He drives to the hole. He collides with Jim Washington. Hudson's two-hand layup falls off the rim, but they whistle and call the foul against Washington. And that will send Lou Hudson to the line for 2 free throws. Sweet Lou Hudson, out of the University of Minnesota, cannot connect on the first free throw. Around the rim and back out. Second shot for Hudson. He lines it up, takes a deep breath, bends the knees this time, and gets that one to go. Hudson now has 17 to lead all scorers, and the Hawks are within 1. Philadelphia bringing it back. Archie Clark on the right wing shoots the jump shot. No good. And the rebound on the play goes to Bellamy. Good to have Bellamy back in the game for the Hawks. They need his rebounding, as the Hawks managed to hold the 76ers to 1 shot on that possession. Atlanta's going to go back to Maravich. Maravich can't find the shot. He dumps it off to Hazard for the jump shot. Shot no good. Rebound by Washington. Another big rebound for Jim Washington. And Philadelphia comes back on offense. They look down low to Cunningham. Cunningham works it inside against Hudson. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he comes off the screen. But Maravich knocks it away. Maravich dives on the floor and steals the basketball. Atlanta basketball. They've always said the first one on the floor gets the possession. And that time it was the heads-up play by Pete Maravich. Atlanta coming back looking for Bellamy down low. Bellamy with the short jump shot. It won't go down. Rebound on the play. No. Foul on the play is whistled against Cunningham. So it will be Bellamy getting to the line. A mediocre free throw shooter at best, 60%. His first shot is up and good. Bellamy lines up the second free throw, and it's no good. Rebounded by Cunningham. Philadelphia basketball now, the game is tied. 76ers working the motion offense. They find Greer in motion against Pete Maravich. Greer's going to try and get to the hole. He comes off a pick from Lucius Jackson. He tries to dump it off to Jackson, but is stripped away by Hazard. And here come the Hawks with a 3-on-2 fast break opportunity. Hazard with Maravich. Hazard takes it to the hole himself. He lays it up, and it's blocked away by Washington. We've got a whistle on the play and a loose ball foul on the rebound, and that is going to go against Hal Greer. Just the first foul of the game on Greer, but 3 already against the 76ers here early in the third period. Bill Bridges will go to the line for one shot, and he gets it to go, and the Hawks go back out on top by 1. Atlanta basketball. They look to Greer. Greer from the outside attacks the rim. Bellamy cuts him off on the rotation. Greer's short jump shot is no good. Greer goes down. No call on the play. Jackson with the offensive rebound. The putback attempt by Lucius Jackson won't go down. Who's going to get it this time? Bridges comes away with it. Once again, 76ers with multiple shot opportunities failing to convert. And Maravich will come back and attack in transition for Atlanta. His jump shot falls off the rim, but he is fouled on the play by Jackson. Quickly, 4 team fouls on Philadelphia in the first 2 minutes of play here in the third quarter. The Hawks are shooting well from the field, and now they're going to get lots of free throw attempts here in the second period. Maravich connects on the first. Can he hit the second? It's good. 18 points now for Maravich. Hawks on top by 3. Archie Clark scans the floor. Looks inside to Jackson. Doesn't like that matchup. Jackson's going to force one up against Bellamy. Can he get it to go? Yes, nothing but net. Nice pump fake and up and under move by Lucius Jackson to score one around the veteran Walt Bellamy. Back come the Hawks, holding on to a 1-point lead. Hazard from the outside takes the jump shot, no good. Tough defense by Archie Clark on the play, and another rebound for Jim Washington. 76ers looking inside to Jackson. Once again working against Bellamy off the low post. Another turnaround for Jackson. This one will not go down. Rebound Bridges. Hazard leads the break with Bellamy and Hudson. Doesn't see anything good, so he pulls the basketball out, and the Hawks will set up the offensive rotation. Hazard gets it over to Maravich from the perimeter. Maravich comes into the lane, pulls up the floater, no good. Nice defense by Washington, and Washington pulls away another rebound. What a game for Jim Washington. 14 boards for the 76ers. They're going to look to Washington on the low block, reward his hard work with an opportunity. Cunningham tries to get it to him. Washington with a pump fake, short jump shot, swatted away by Bellamy. Get that weak stuff out of here. Hazard collects the rebound. But the 76ers get back in defense in the transition, and Hazard has to pull the ball back out. He's going to look to Hudson. Foul line extended. Hudson down the baseline. 15-foot jump shot is good. Hudson from Hazard. Hawks lead by 3. Clark from the top of the key working against Hazard. He's going to take it to the hole. He gets into the lane. He stops and pops. His jump shot is no good. Bridges with the rebound for the Hawks. Atlanta doing a much better job on the defensive glass in the second half, as Hudson sets up the offense. Hudson's going to go to work on Cunningham. No, he pitches it back out to Hazard. Hazard takes the outside jump shot, and he nails it. He rips it through the net on the assist from Hudson, and the Hawks now have gone back out on top by 5. Philadelphia's going to look down to Lucius Jackson, working the low block again against Bellamy. Short jump shot from Jackson, no good. No whistle on the play, but Clark comes down with the offensive glass. He steps around Hazard, spin move in the lane. Tries to get it to Washington, but the pass gets away, and that will be a turnover on the 76ers Atlanta basketball. Bellamy wants the ball on the low block. His short jump shot won't go down. But Bridges comes away with the offensive rebound. Atlanta working those boards hard this second half. Bridges' jump shot won't go down, but he is fouled on the play by Cunningham. That is 4 on Billy Cunningham, and that is 5 on the 76ers. And with 7 minutes, 41 seconds to play in the third period, the Atlanta Hawks are already in the bonus. Bridges connects on the first free throw as the popular Bailey Howell returns to action for Philadelphia. Second shot from Bridges is good. The Hawks stretch the lead to 7 points now. Welcome Todd B to the chat room. And Tribe fan, also a wrestling guy, loves the pro wrestling, so hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And they did a death outside the ring on gorgeous Gino Hernandez. Yes, indeed, the handsome half-breed. That guy had all the potential in the world, but he loved his cocaine a bit too much, and that led to his premature demise. But we'll talk more about wrestling tomorrow. We got a basketball game that has broken out here in the Philadelphia Spectrum, and the 76ers need some offense. Clark trying to find an opening. Dribbles down inside where he's cut off by Hazard. Passes it back out to Howell. Outside. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Howell's going to have to force one out. The mid-range jump shot is no good from Howell. And the tip in by Washington is no good, but Washington gets his own rebound. He's going to put up a short jump shot, no good. Once again, we see Philadelphia playing volleyball, but not able to get it through the net. Lucius Jackson gets the offensive rebound and finally gets the putback to go. It took him 3 tries that time, but the 76ers get the basket, and they pull back to within 5. Atlanta basketball. Hazard gets it over to Maravich. Maravich driving against Greer. Maravich with the layup. It's good. Nice crossover move by Maravich. Give the assist to Hazard on that basket. That's 7 assists for Walt Hazard tonight. Hazard actually pulled off a triple-double in the very first game of the year for the Hawks. And tonight he's got 8.7 assists, helping the Hawks enjoy a 7-point lead here as we're now under 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Jim Washington having a strong night for Philadelphia. Works against Bridges down on the low block and gets that one to go for his 12th point. Atlanta comes back looking for Lou Hudson. Hudson works against Bailey Howell. Gets it to the baseline. Gets a step on Howell. Stops and pops and gets it to go. Hawks back on top by 7. Philadelphia trying to keep it close. Howell outside, harassed by Hudson. What's he going to do? He's going to force up the jump shot, no good. Good defense by Hudson on the play, and once again, the Hawks clear the boards with Bill Bridges. Atlanta brings it back on the attack. Maravich over to Hudson. Hudson puts it on the floor against Bailey Howell. There's a collision in the lane, no call. Hudson lays it up off the back iron, no good. And it is Washington with another rebound for the 76ers. He gets it out quickly to Archie Clark, and the Sixers have the numbers. Clark and Greer. Clark with the ball, fouled by Hazard. And Clark will go to the line for one, as that is the first foul called against Atlanta in this third quarter. And you had better believe that Atlanta coach Richie Guerin is letting the referees know about that one, as the foul differential here in the third quarter is 5-1 in favor of the 76ers. Clark steps to the line. His free throw is good. And it is a 6-point lead for the Hawks. Under 6 minutes to play now, third quarter. Hudson going to work on Bailey Howell. Ball fakes, drives the lane, lays it up, and good. That is 23 now for Lou Hudson. He leads all scorers. And he is heating things up for the Hawks. Philadelphia looks inside once again to Washington. Gets the ball on the screen and roll. His layup goes around the rim and off. Tipped by Washington, no good. Pistol Pete Maravich gets the rebound. Gets it out to Hazard on the fast break. Hazard ahead to Bridges. Bridges lays it up. No, he missed the layup. And Hazard comes away with the offensive rebound, dribbles it out of the lane, and brings it back out on top. Looking to create some opportunities on offense. He finds Bridges on the low block with a mismatch against Archie Clark. Bridges in the paint, puts up the short jump shot, good. That is 10 assists now for Walt Hazard, as he did a good job finding that mismatch and getting the ball into Bridges for the Bunny. And for the first time tonight, we have a double-digit lead. Atlanta's up 75-65. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third period. Philadelphia down by 10. Looking for some offense. They get it inside to Washington. Washington rises up and drops it in. And he has whistled on the foul for Maravich on the play. And Washington will go to the line. Washington with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, the hoop and the harm, as he got Maravich up in the air and converted the field goal. And the free throw is good. And boy, the 76ers needed that one. This was just about to get out of hand. And the lead is back to 7. Philadelphia needs to get it done on the defensive end now. Atlanta looks inside to Bridges. Bridges against Washington on the low block. Can't make anything happen. Tries to get it back out to Hazard, and that one got away. And that will be a turnover on Bridges. Philadelphia regains possession. Now 4:40 to play. 76ers with the basketball, trying to cut into a 7-point lead. Archie Clark directing traffic. Has Bill Bridges covering him on the switch. Looks inside for Washington down low. Washington in the lane, posts it up, powers it to the hoop, shoots and scores. And that is 17 points, 16 rebounds for Jim Washington. A very, very fine performance for the big man from the 76ers, Jim Washington, 6-year man out of Villanova. Hawks back on offense, still lead by 5. As Maravich wants it on the perimeter. Gets it from Hazard. Drives to the basket, collides with Greer. Maravich with the layup, it's no good. But they do have the whistle on the play, and the foul is called on Greer. So Maravich aggressiveness earns him a trip to the free throw line, where he will get 3 to make 2. 80% free throw shooter connects on the first. Second shot for Maravich is good. And the Hawks once again stretch the lead to 7. Just over 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Clark wants Howell on the low block, posting up against Hudson. Good look inside. Howell converts. Nice conversion by Bailey Howell. Once again, the lead is 5. Maravich comes off a pick, has a mismatch against Dennis Autry. He drives around Autry. Autry forces him to pick up the dribble. The short jump shot by Maravich, no good. Rebound by Hazard on the offensive glass. Nice effort by Autry on the defense to stop Maravich and force the missed shot. But Hazard grabs the rebound, and Atlanta will have another opportunity to score. They're going to look inside to Bellamy. And it's stolen away by Hal Greer. Greer gets it to Clark, and quickly the 76ers have a 3-on-1 break. Greer drives the length of the court, lays it up and good. Very nicely done by Hal Greer with the steal and the conversion on the other end. And the lead, just like that, has been cut to 3. Atlanta coming back. 3:19 to play, third quarter. And it looks like Bill Bridges took one to the tummy that time. He is down, but it looks like he will be okay. Bridges took an elbow to the lower extremities or somewhere down there. Hopefully not someplace too sensitive. Always an embarrassing moment for the game announcers when somebody takes one off of the package, or as they used to say in the Atlanta Hawks broadcast, they would call that the chiming of the bells. So perhaps Bridges suffered the chiming of the bells. He's a little ginger, but he's going to be okay. And the Hawks will inbound, still leading by 3. In fact, they look inside to Bridges. He puts it up, no good. Bridges gets his own rebound. His putback attempt is up and good. 12 points now for Bridges to go with 10 rebounds as the Hawks have their first double-double of the night. 5-point lead for the Hawks as Archie Clark brings the 76ers back to offense. They look inside to Autry. Working inside against Bellamy. Rises up and gets that one to drop in. 10 points now for Autry, and it remains a 3-point game. Hawks get it to Hudson, working against Howell. Hudson's having a nice game. He drives this one to the basket, lays it up and good. I don't think the old guy, Howell, can keep up with Lou Hudson on these penetration moves, and Hudson has exploited that now for 25 points. Of course, on the other end of the court, Howell's working the low post against Hudson, where he's got a good size advantage. Howell with the turnaround jumper down here, nothing but net. So both teams taking advantage of that mismatch on both ends of the court. Once again, Atlanta's going to look to Hudson. Gets the ball from Hazard, works the baseline, cut off by Washington. Hudson pulls up and shoots, no good. Nice help by Washington, and it's Howell who comes away with the rebound. Quick outlet to Greer, over to Clark. 76ers have the numbers in transition. It's going to be Clark taking it to the hoop, and he gets it to go, lays it up and good. And the 76ers have cut the lead to 1. 2 minutes to play here, third period. Another fine basketball game on a Friday night here at the Philadelphia Spectrum. And we've got a couple of new faces in the chat room. Bubba Husky, welcome to the ball game. And Ken Castro, good evening, my friend. We are just about through the third quarter of play here in this contest between the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers. It's been back and forth all night. And right now the Hawks have a precarious 1-point lead with Pistol Pete on the attack, working against Greer. Maravich and Greer have been back and forth all night. What's Maravich going to do? He kicks it back outside to Bridges. Back to Maravich, to Hazard, to Bellamy. Good ball movement for the Hawks. They get it back to Maravich, and finally Archie Clark steps in front and steals the ball. Once again, the 76ers will run. Autry to Clark. Clark with the layup. No, he can't get it to go. Maravich fights for the rebound and breaks away for Atlanta. Nice recovery by Pete Maravich after losing the basketball. He got back on defense and got that rebound away to give the Hawks the basketball and a chance once again to extend the lead. Motion offense for Philadelphia. Running the high-low, Hazard has the ball out on top against Archie Clark. Hazard finds Hudson on the baseline. Hudson working against Bailey Howell. Drives to the basket, and once again Clark got his hand in there and slaps it away. Archie Clark with the steal. He has been a prolific thief throughout this NBA season. And he made things happen on the defensive end on that play. Clark coming back the other way. Looks to Autry in the low post, and Autry gets the short jump shot to go. 7 assists now for Clark to go with 15 points. And the 76ers have once again taken the lead. 82-81 Philadelphia, minute 12 to play, third quarter. Hawks look to Hudson. Hudson from the corner, lays it up, no good. Off the front rim. It's batted away, and Autry comes out with it for Philadelphia. Autry looks to Greer. Greer from the perimeter. Tries to get it to Howell. It bounces around and comes right back to Greer. Greer takes advantage, steps to the basket, drops it off to Howell, and Howell lays it up and good. 76ers took advantage of an opportunity on that play, and they now lead by 3. Atlanta once again is going to look to Lou Hudson. Whistle on the play, and we've got a double foul now as Bridges and Greer get tied up. And they both get called for the fouls. Bridges was setting the pick out there and got tangled up with Greer, and neither man liked that. And after a brief shoving match, they pull apart the combatants and say, hey guys, wrestling doesn't happen until tomorrow. You boys play basketball and behave yourselves. And it will be, with 8 seconds on the shot clock, the Hawks ball once again. Bridges to inbound. Looks to Maravich. Maravich needs to pull the trigger quickly. His jump shot from the outside is good. Hawks back to within one. 27 seconds to play in the quarter, 24 on the shot clock. 76ers milking the clock. They want to wait as long as they can. They'll have to shoot with at least 4 to go on the game clock. But they're still going to work it around. They get it to Greer on the perimeter. It will be Greer to take the last second jump shot. Can he connect? He drives. He lays it up. He scores. Very good clock management by the 76ers as they get Greer free for the open layup with just 3 seconds to go on the clock. I don't know if the Hawks will have time to get something off. They get it to Maravich, to Hudson. Hudson drives. He lays it up. No good at the buzzer. There was a little collision there with Howell, but no whistles. And at the end of 3 quarters, the 76ers now enjoy a 3-point lead. Let's take a look at the box score. Very, very even throughout this contest. And it's only a 3-point game going into the 4th quarter. Hawks did a better job on the rebounds that quarter. But the 76ers still enjoy a 25-10 advantage on the offensive boards. And that has been the difference in this one. Look at that, 81 shot attempts to only 62 for the Hawks. Philadelphia needs this win. In case you're just joining us, we reviewed the season standings at the beginning of the broadcast. This is a 20-game season, and in the gold division, the bottom 2 teams will get relegated to the silver division for next season. And the 76ers are in 5th place in the division, second to last. They are 1.5 games behind the Hawks in trying to catch the Hawks and put the Hawks down into that relegation position over the next 5 games so that they don't suffer the ignominy of being the first team relegated out of gold division play. So lots of pride for both teams here. Playoff seedings as well. And to tip things off here in the 4th quarter, it will be the 76ers controlling the jump with Wally Jones now running the point. Archie Clark has slid over to the shooting guard spot to give Hal Greer a rest. Jim Washington also taking a rest, as it will be Jackson and Autry down low along with Bailey Howell for the 76ers. Philadelphia sets the offense. Jones brings it up, looking inside to Autry. Autry under the hoop. Short jump shot, no good. Rebound will go to Davis for Atlanta. Atlanta with Maravich now running the point. Jerry Chambers back into the game at the shooting guard. Hudson and Bridges. And now big Jim Davis into the game at the center position to give Bellamy a rest. Maravich brings it up. Passes it over to Hudson on the wing. Punched away by Autry out of bounds. And Atlanta will keep possession. 9 on the shot clock. 11:31 to play in the basketball game. Bridges to inbound. They're going to look up top to Maravich. Can they get it to him? At the top of the key, the jump shot is no good. Loose ball scramble, and Bailey Howell comes away with it for the 76ers. Howell quickly up the side of the court. Gets it to Wally Jones. And the Sixers have numbers. Jones to Autry. Autry lays it up and good. 14 points now for Dennis Autry. Nice game off the bench for Philadelphia, and the 76ers extend the lead to 5. That's their biggest lead of the game. Maravich looking down low to Bridges. Bridges in the middle, pump fakes, rises up, shot no good. Who will get the rebound? No, there's a whistle and a foul. Lucius Jackson on the foul. And Bridges will go to the line for 2 shots on the shooting foul. Bridges on the first, connects. Now 5 for 8 on the game. Can he make it 6 for 9? Yes. Bridges hits 2 free throws, and the Hawks are back to within 3. Clark on the offense working against Maravich. From the perimeter, he floats past Maravich. Maravich reaches in and grabs him, and that will be a foul on Maravich. That is his 4th. And it will be 1 shot for Archie Clark. 78% free throw shooter on the regular season. But this one circles the rim and rolls out. Jackson grabs the offensive board for the 76ers, but he traveled with it, and that will be a turnover. Ball goes back to Atlanta as the Hawks look again to cut into the 3-point deficit. Maravich out on top against Wally Jones. He's going to call his own number. From the top of the key, his jump shot is good. Nice play by Maravich. And the Hawks are back to within 1. Philadelphia comes back. They're going to attack down low with Autry. Defended by Hudson on a mismatch. Autry gets a good look inside, but is blocked away by Bridges. Very nice weak side help by Bridges. Davis on the rebound, and the Hawks have numbers. Hudson, but he's got 2 big lugs alongside him in Bridges and Davis. So smartly, Sweet Lou is going to pull the ball back out and let Maravich and Chambers catch up to run the standard offensive set for Atlanta as they try to regain the lead. Trailing by 1 here. Still plenty of time to go. Anybody's ball game. Maravich is going to work against Jones. He shoots the ball from the outside. Defended by Howell. Over to Hudson, no good. Rebounded by Clark. Clark with the rebound for the 76ers as Philadelphia dodged a bullet on that possession and maintains the lead. Jones will work against Maravich. Can't pull the trigger. Shifts it over to Clark. Clark's going to drive the lane. Comes down the wing. Dumps it off to Jackson. Jackson with the short jump shot, no good. Jackson gets his own rebound in traffic. His putback attempt is up and good. Lucius Jackson now in double figures for the 76ers. They've got 6 guys in double figures now. And they lead by 3. And folks, I'm going to take a brief time out because my phone is blowing up with some text messages, and with my wife out of town, I want to see what's happening. Let's see, just some Mother's Day chat between my wife in Ohio and my sister in Philadelphia. Little group chat action going there. Bunch of women ought to know better than to interrupt a Friday night basketball game in the Dave Cave. All right, Atlanta back on offense. Jerry Chambers has it outside against Clark. He's going to dump it down low to Bridges. Bridges working inside in the paint. Short jump shot is good. Bridges converts on that one, and it's back to a 1-point lead for the 76ers. Bailey Howell wants it inside again against Hudson. Howell lays it up and good. 76ers exploit that matchup inside once again and stretch the lead back to 3. Maravich on the perimeter. Swings it over to Chambers. Chambers ball fakes, drives the lane. Chambers lays it up. Will he get it to go? No, it's blocked away by Autry. Autry on the rebound. Quick outlet to Wally Jones. Sixers with a 2-on-1. Jones to Howell. Howell's layup falls off the side of the rim. And Bridges comes back for the rebound for Atlanta. Hawks once again looking to cut into the lead. They're going to go to Hudson, working against Howell. These two have been going back and forth all night. Hudson shoots the fall-away jump shot, no good. Lucius Jackson on the rebound, and the 76ers have another transition opportunity. It's Wally Jones ahead to Jackson. We've got a whistle and a foul. Reach-in foul on Bridges, and that is his fifth. Probably a smart foul by Bridges, given the numbers. But you hate to see a valuable player like Bridges in foul trouble here early in the fourth quarter. It's going to be one shot for Lucius Jackson. And Jackson puts it up and good. 11 for Jackson now, and the 76ers lead by 4. Can the Hawks come back again? Still 9 minutes to play. Bellamy gets the ball in the lane, posting up against Autry, and his short jump shot is good. They'd like to get more out of Bellamy with the Hawks, as he's only got 8 points on the night and just 3 rebounds. As somebody has observed, yes indeed, Atlanta is getting killed on the boards. The rebound totals are now 49-32 in favor of the home team. Philadelphia on offense. Running the outside high-low game. Jones gets it down to Howell. Howell back to Jones. Jones with the jump shot. It's good. 76ers back up by 4. First field goal of the night for Wally Jones. Atlanta basketball. They get it to Bellamy, but Autry forces him away from the basket. Bellamy's going to try and force it down low to Jim Davis. Davis in the lane, backs in against Jackson. Short jump shot around the rim, no good. Chambers grabs the offensive board. Can he get the putback to go? Turnaround jump shot in the lane is good. Back to a 2-point game. Now 8 minutes, 11 seconds to play. Back and forth. Hawks and 76ers, another fine Friday night matchup. Jones on the perimeter, works against Hazard. And we've got another technical foul. This one goes on Bailey Howell. So it will be another opportunity for Atlanta to add to the lead. This is the second technical free throw that the Hawks have enjoyed tonight. This time it will be Jerry Chambers measuring the free throw, and it's good. A 1-point game for the 76ers. The referee in the first half was fat, drunk, and stupid, and in the second half he's not getting any smarter. But he's still got the whistle, and that gives him all the power. Washington to inbound for Philadelphia. Knocked out of bounds. 76ers remain in possession of the basketball and a 1-point lead. Washington to inbound once again. They get it to Wally Jones out on top. Jones looks inside to Cunningham working against Chambers. Cunningham in the low post. Pump fakes. Short jump shot. Blocked away by Davis. Good recovery on defense by Davis. Chambers comes away with the rebound for Atlanta. And the Hawks have the basketball and a chance to take the lead. Hazard brings the ball up. Guarded closely by Jones. They get it over to Vallely. Vallely is going to take the outside shot. No, he tries to get it inside to Chambers. Loose ball. Chambers gets it back, but he has to call timeout. And this is going to be trouble for Atlanta because in the middle of all that mess, they're down to 1 second on the shot clock. What can the 76ers do? What can the Hawks do, excuse me? They're going to go the CPU approach. They get it to Bellamy under the hoop, but he can't get the shot up in time. And it is a shot clock violation for Atlanta. Good defensive possession by the 76ers as they once again manage to escape with their lead intact. 95-94, 76ers. 7:23 to play, fourth quarter. Jones against Maravich. Swings it over to Greer. Greer working against Vallely. Floats to the basket. Collision with Vallely. Nice flop, no call. Greer with the layup. No good off the back iron. And Bob Christian comes away with the rebound for Atlanta. But we've got a loose ball foul on the play, and that is going to go against Lucius Jackson, and that is 5 on Jackson. So we've got Bridges and Lucius Jackson both in foul trouble for their respective teams as this war of attrition goes on into the fourth quarter. Pete Maravich, one shot for Atlanta, chance to tie the game. 26 on the night already for Maravich, and he hits this one for point number 27. We are tied, 7 minutes to play. Philadelphia basketball. Jones looks inside to Jim Washington. Working against Davis on the low block. Washington lays it up. Tipped away by Davis. Nice defense by Jim Davis. And the ball is pulled out of there by Maravich on the rebound. Hawks now with a chance to get back out in front. Hudson outside working now against Cunningham. Hudson down to the baseline. Jump shot is up, no good. Well defended by Cunningham. But we've got a foul on the play on Jones. Coming over to help out. Got him on the hand. And Hudson will shoot two. Once again, the referees on the Philadelphia bench not very happy about that call as they continue to ride the referees while Hudson calmly sinks the first free throw. Second free throw by Hudson is good. Hawks lead by 2. Philadelphia back on offense. Cunningham. Outside against Hudson. Hudson doing a good job on defense. Cunningham has to give it up to Jones out on top. Jones is trying to beat Maravich to the spot, but Maravich knocks the ball away out of bounds. 76ers will retain possession, but they've only got 1 second to shoot. And I doubt that they're going to get anything off here. We'll see what the CPU can do. Jones with the ball outside. Bullet pass to Greer on the ring. Greer drives, lays it up. And oh, he got it to go. How about that? A very well-designed inbounds play for the 76ers. They get the basket and tie the game with just 1 second to go on the shot clock. 6:23 to play. We're tied at 97. Hazard with the ball outside. Looks to go to the hole against Wally Jones. Turns the corner, drives. He's cut off by Autry. Short jump shot, no good. Nice team defense by the 76ers. Battle for the rebound, and it is Christian who comes away with it for Atlanta. Can Christian get the putback to go? He's on the low block. Short rainbow is off the rim, no good. Who will get this one? Greer gets this one. So the Hawks can't convert on 2 or 3 tries that time. And it's now the 76ers coming back with the opportunity to take the lead as we remain tied with now 6 minutes even midway through the second quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter. Jones is going to call his own number against Hazard. Mid-range jumper is no good. But we've got a whistle and a foul called on Hazard on the defense. Both teams now with 3 team fouls. That's number 4 on Hazard. Wally Jones to the free throw line, but he misses the first. Normally a very good 78% free throw shooter is Wally Jones. And the second shot is good. 98-97 Philadelphia as Atlanta comes back on offense. Hazard with the ball outside against Jones. 13 on the shot clock. Can't find anything inside. Hazard's going to call his own number and step into the lane. He drives to the basket. His layup is good. Hazard showed a lot of poise on that possession as the shot clock ran down and he couldn't find anything to do, but managed to get it to the hoop and get the basket to put the Hawks back on top. Philadelphia's going to look to Greer. Working outside against Vallely. He gets it down to Cunningham down low, and Cunningham lays it up and good. Nice assist by Greer on that play. He had an opportunity for a shot, but he got it into the open man closer to the hoop, and Cunningham converts. And it's the 76ers leading by 1. Atlanta's going to look inside to Bellamy. His short jump shot is good. The lead is going back and forth. As it's going to be Greer attacking for Philadelphia. Greer is knocked to the floor and fouled by Vallely. That's 2 on Vallely, 4 on the team. It will be a one-shot opportunity for Hal Greer. He can tie the game if he converts on this one. 15 points on the night for Greer. His free throw is good. And with under 5 minutes to play, we are tied at 101. Another good ball game here on a Friday night from the Dave Cave, as the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, proud to be affiliated with the Friends of the Channel. I forgot to announce something at halftime. Beginning Sunday, hopefully this Sunday, there will be a baseball tournament, Best of the 70s, brought to you by Ron Juckett and the Retro Sports Network. Ron has agreed to play a tournament to be sponsored by the Facebook group Sports Simulations and Replays. The Facebook group, owned and operated by yours truly. There will be 8 teams in this tournament, 4 from the National League, 4 from the American League. 8 of the best teams from the 1970s Major League Baseball will square off in tournament play. Brought to you by Ron Juckett and the Retro Sports Network. That's going to be a Sunday afternoon event. I'm not sure if Ron is going to get that started this weekend or next weekend or sometime in the future, but I am looking forward to that action with Ron Juckett, one of the true class acts in the Friends of the Channel and a very, very fine baseball broadcaster. And with that, we will get back to action. 5 minutes to play, tie ball game, and we've got a foul away from the basketball as Wally Jones grabbed hold of Walt Hazard. And it will be Hazard going to the line for one shot for the Hawks. Archie Clark back into the game to run the point for Philadelphia the rest of the way. Hazard, a 76% free throw shooter. Can't get that one to go. Tipped away by Bellamy off the rim. Finally brought down by Lucius Jackson. Tie ball game, 4.5 to play. Sixers with the basketball. They look inside to Jim Washington. Washington has the smaller Luke Hudson on him. Lou Hudson manages to alter that shot. It's off the back iron. Rebound, Walt Hazard. Nice defensive effort by Hudson against that mismatch. And the Hawks now have the possession. Hazard into the front court, gets it over to Maravich. They're going to look down low to Bridges. Bridges on the low block, posting up against Washington. Jump shot from the wing is good. Nice shot by Bridges, and the Hawks take a 2-point lead. Philadelphia comes back. Greer wants it on the perimeter. They get it into Cunningham. Back to Clark. Outside to Greer. Greer's cut off by Bellamy. Short jump shot in the lane is no good. As Bellamy got over to alter that shot, and Bridges pulled away the rebound for Atlanta. Under 4 to play. Hawks leading by 2. Hazard into the front court over to Maravich. Maravich against Greer. He's going to pull the trigger. He drives. He shoots it high off the backboard and good. Nice one-on-one move by Pete Maravich. He's got 29 on the game, and the Hawks now lead by 4. Philadelphia needs to make something happen on the offensive end. They get it to Greer once again. Greer shoots the jump shot over Maravich. He can't get it to fall. There's a battle on the boards, and it is Bill Cunningham with the offensive rebound. Cunningham is going to look to pass the ball. He can't find anybody, so he takes a short jump shot on his own and he connects. Nice follow-up by Cunningham. It's a 2-point game. Hawks with the lead and the basketball, under 3.5 to play. Hazard sets the offense. They look down low to Walt Bellamy. Bellamy inside. The short jump shot is halfway in and it falls out. Cunningham with another rebound for Philadelphia. And the Sixers can tie the ball game with this possession. Clark brings it up. Gives it to Greer. Greer is their go-to guy. Greer with a jump shot from the key. No good. The ball's batted around, and it is Maravich who comes out with the loose ball. Under 3 minutes to play as the Hawks got the stop they needed. They have a 2-point lead and the basketball. Still plenty of time in this one. Anything can happen. Atlanta content to work for a shot. Hazard outside working against Clark. Left of the foul line. Drives to the basket. Met by Washington. Hazard pulls up. Shot no good. Jackson grabs the rebound for Philadelphia. And the 76ers once again have the opportunity to tie. Good help on the team defense by Washington. There's some tired players on the floor for the 76ers. Jackson on the verge of exhaustion. Has position on the block against Bellamy. But Bellamy's got that well defended, denying the pass on the interior. They swing it over instead to Washington. Shot clock winding down. Washington with the jump shot. He gets it to go. What a play by Jim Washington. 19 and 16 now for the Philadelphia power forward. Once again, we're tied. 2 minutes to play. Maravich on the attack for Atlanta. Shoots the jump shot from the outside, and he drills it. Nice shot by Pistol Pete. He is coming up big in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point lead. We're under 2 minutes to play. Lucius Jackson down low against Bellamy. Can't find the internal pass. Cunningham on the outside, switched off against Maravich. 5 on the shot clock. Cunningham takes it to the baseline. He drives. He lays it up. It's good. Cunningham got around Maravich, and his layup ties the game with 1:35 to play. Atlanta basketball. Hudson has an opening against Cunningham. Puts it on the floor. Floats to the basket. Lays it up. Shot is good. Sweet Lou Hudson comes up big. 1:14 to play. 76ers down by 2. Looking to attack. Clark against Hazard. Doesn't like the shot. Swings it around to Greer. Greer's going to drive against Maravich. Can he get this one to go? He gets to the hole. He puts it up. And it falls off the rim, deflected away by Bellamy. Clutch defense by Bellamy. Getting over to help Maravich on the defense. Bridges on the rebound. We're under a minute to play. Hawks with the basketball. 76ers need a stop. They go to Maravich. Along the sideline. Jump shot from the key is good. Maravich scores another one. That's 33 for Maravich, and the Hawks lead by 4. Philadelphia needs to make things happen quickly. Greer to inbound. Clark back over to Greer. Clark and Greer back and forth. It's going to be Greer to pull the trigger. Can he get this one to go? Philadelphia needs this one, and Greer nails it. And he is hammered on the play by Maravich. What a play by Hal Greer. One of the all-time greats in Philadelphia 76er history. He gets the hoop and the harm. And if he can make this free throw, it will be a 1-point game. Greer, a 72% free throw shooter on the season, but he connects on the free throw. 111-110. Atlanta with the lead and the basketball. They will have to take a shot before the game clock expires, but they're going to hold on to the basketball as long as they can. Hazard on the outside working against Clark. 14 on the shot clock. Hazard swings it around the perimeter. Hudson now has it against Greer. 11 on the shot clock. What are they going to do? They're going to look down low to Bellamy. Can Bellamy convert? He gets the ball on the screen. He's grabbed by Clark. Clark had to foul on that play to prevent Bellamy from getting the easy hoop. But Bellamy will have 2 shots and a chance to put this game on ice with 11 seconds to play. Ain't no three-pointers in your daddy's NBA. And if Bellamy can hit these 2 foul shots... Oh, he misses the first. Bellamy misses the first off the side of the rim. And that will open the door for the 76ers. Bellamy will shoot number 2. And he missed them both. Bellamy missed them both. Cunningham gets the rebound. And with 11 seconds to play, the 76ers have the opportunity for a game winner. Clark brings it up. Passes to Greer. 4 seconds on the clock. Greer has no shot. He gets it over to Clark. Clark gets it to Cunningham on the baseline. Cunningham drives. He shoots. He scores! Billy Cunningham with the shot. 2 seconds left to play. Cunningham hits that one on the baseline drive. Does Atlanta have time to get one off? Hazard at the buzzer. Ring it up, but it's being waved off. Oh my goodness, what a dramatic finish. Hazard got that one into the air. It went through the basket, but too late as the shot clock went, as the game clock buzzed. And it is Billy Cunningham, the hero for Philadelphia, with that last second layup to give the Philadelphia 76ers a 112-111 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Cardiac basketball here in the Philadelphia Spectrum, as the shot by Billy Cunningham is your game winner. What a ball game we saw here tonight. 7 men from Philadelphia in double figures, as that rebound advantage for the 76ers paid off. Hal Greer led the 76ers with 19. Washington with 19 points, 16 boards. Cunningham with 16, but his 2 were the final 2 that decided it on that baseline layup for the 76ers. And that puts to rest a great night from Pete Maravich with 33, Lou Hudson with 29 for the Hawks. But not enough for Atlanta as Philadelphia steals one here in the Spectrum. And that is going to put the 76ers up to a record of 6-10 now. Atlanta 7-10. Just a half game separates these 2 teams, both facing relegation. And LA is not doing too well either. LA lost Jerry West recently to injury, so it's going to be a struggle between these 3 teams for those last 2 spots above relegation. And one of those 3 teams is going to be headed for the Silver Division next season. All right, it has been a great night here in the Dave Cave. Thank you all for joining us. Al Red Sox fan, Todd B., Dave Garner, Ken Castro, Rob, Mr. Excitement, Bubba Husky was here. Tribe fan was here for a while. Thrice Aroni was in the chat room for a bit. ID Jester came on for a while in the early part of the game. Sports Time Machine. Clinton Parks, just a great night here in the chat room. And a great ball game with a very dramatic finish. Billy Cunningham makes that layup with 4 seconds to go to give Philadelphia the lead. Atlanta came back and got one to drop, but not until after the buzzer had sounded and the game clock had expired. And Philadelphia escapes with a very, very hard-fought win. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me here tonight in the Dave Cave. This broadcast of the Epic Basketball League brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. That's our stream, and I am out of here.